Okay, today we are playing a game on Volskaya Industries. We are in the Platinum SR range, and we will be playing Reinhardt the entire way through. With special guest, the cat. He's here because it's been a traumatic day for him today. You see, for the first time in about a year, my pussy has been shaved and bathed. There he goes. So he's been in a mood the entire day. That was a very complex joke. Right there, I don't know if you caught the very subtle wordplay that I was going for. Anyway, Overwatch. Our current team composition is Reinhardt, Zarya, Hanzo, Reaper, Ana, and Moira. So, not having a Zenyatta, very sad business indeed. And that's about all there is to report on that one. Also, not having a Mercy is kind of sad. Why are we so far back? Good heavens. Also, not having a Mercy, I mean, you know, is kind of sad, but, like, honestly, who cares? The other two main healers are definitely still playable, despite what certain cockheads on the ladder might tell you. I.e. all of them. So, we've got to defend Volskaya first. There's a Hanzo up there, up to no good. Doomfist has obligingly thrown himself off of the map right at the start. How nice of him. And then our Reaper has died to Winston. So, things are going super well for us right at the start, as we can see. Where the fuck did he even die? Where is Reaper at? How did he die like this? So I'm guessing he must have gone over the backside, right? Because we didn't see him come through this way. Whatever, who cares? Reaper's bad, is the moral of the story. So we're going to sit back here. Yep, he's popped out behind us. So we're going to sit here and just play the game over here. We got bonked away. Winston is behind us, which is inconvenient. And now Hanzo's died as well, so it's going to be difficult for us to win at this point, because we've lost both of our DPS. Damage sort of being difficult to compensate for once it's all gone. So we in fact end up getting killed. There's not really much you do about that one, as Reinhardt, because you can't do much to kill the entire enemy team as Reinhardt unless you have Earth Shatter, and even then. The enemy team has to form up into a nice little line for you. So Winston's wasted his bubble over there. That's convenient for us. Here's Doomfist again. We're low on disc space, by the way. Or we were in the past, I suppose. We tried to pin Doomfist. Doomfist's a difficult one to try and pin. I wouldn't recommend it. He's got a lot of ways to get out of the way. And he can just bonk off of you as well, if he so decides. And then we end up in a very undesirable location. Fortunately, we managed to slip away into this room, and then we get into a bit of a scuffle in the closet. Fortunately, the enemy team, relatively low damage, so the only person that was there that was actually scary to us was Reinhardt, and we killed him. So it was going to be hard for them to kill us from that point on. Don't try and pin the Doomfist right there, though. It was unlikely to ever work out, and we went really out of position to do so. The only reason we got away with it was because the enemy team composition was not very good for punishing us for our bad positioning. Here we go again, performing a similar mistake. We even had the option to not go as far this time, because we could have just bonked into the doorway, but we very consciously swerved away from the wall to go further out of position. And again, we just sort of walk away from that situation. We shouldn't have. Could have gone into the doorway. Nah. Could have bonked off the wall. Nah. Curve into the door. So, now, we've got Earth Shatter. There, Reinhardt. He's probably got to have Earth Shatter as well. We haven't seen him use it yet, but now he's used it. And we tried to pin him. We should have just been blocking this Earth Shatter, though. Because we just got out of the way. Presumably we weren't thinking about Earth Shatter much at the time. And then charge across. So now we have to walk back to the fight again, because we went really far away. Did Earth Shatter them from behind. Unfortunate that we didn't manage to catch the Genji before he dashed away. But we have killed him in the end. My graphics are, like, low settings. I never knew that these particle effects were above this little doodad right here. I just assumed this little doodad was here. But no, there's doodads above the doodad. How about that? Incredible. Yeah, so we let the Earth Shatter slip past us, which is bad, and then we removed ourselves from the fight for a long time by trying for a not super likely to work pin, and ended up real far away and having to walk all the way back again. So we've made a few mistakes already, but fortunately we've been punished for none of them. And if you make a mistake but you don't get punished, that means you don't have to learn. Easy peasy. So they're coming back now. Doomfist's just used Meteor Strike. He's landed on Anna. Bonk off the Doomfist. Excellent, good times. Unfortunately then, we can't also countercharge Reinhardt. This is just how life is, unfortunately. Reinhardt gets really fucked up by Doomfist. It's like how life is, because Doomfist can just kind of kill Reinhardt with relatively little that the Reinhardt can do about it. And you have this obligation to, like, countercharge the Doomfist, but you also have an obligation to countercharge the Reinhardt, but you can't countercharge both of them. So, unfortunate. Unfortunate indeed. There isn't really much you do about that one either, because we basically get, like, fucked over by Doomfist, which is such a recurring story these days. Especially for Reinhardt. Let me come back to deal with the Doomfist, because we have an obligation to do so, because he's behind us. We could have tried to get out of the way of that Reinhardt a little bit more actively, seeing as we can't countercharge him, and we can see him coming. Presumably we were more occupied with the Doomfist at the time, and then we just kind of end up getting killed. But, like, honestly, even if we don't get killed right there, I don't see that fight going much better the way it went. That is to say, it was very one-sided in their favor. So, now we have to attack a very eclectic mix of video games. What's behind that? Paladins. Disappointing. Darkest Dungeon's real good, though. It just had new DLC as well. You should go play Darkest Dungeon. It's a really good game. Only took me 200 hours to finish the game. No big deal. I did play it on the harder difficulty setting, though. Because that's how I am. So, now we've got to attack Volskaya. I was wondering where this music was coming from, but it's playing in the video. That explains it. Because I just sort of heard, like, it sounded sort of like there was a parade of drunken Vikings going down the street. So I was just like, what the fuck is that? So, anyway, we're playing Overwatch right now. So, Doomfist's behind us. We know this because Widowmaker just got punched to death, so there's only really one place he can be. And then he proceeds to also slam dunk Zenyatta. At this point, we can't really continue pushing because two of our team are dead, and Doomfist is presumably still back there being an inconvenience. And we at no point ever turned around to try and address the Doomfist inconvenience situation. Thank God she died before she can res us, because we were just going to die again if we got resed right there. So, watch the kill feed. Tells you important information, like where the enemy team is. Because if the Doomfist killed a Widowmaker, there's only one way that really happens, and it kind of tells you where he is. So, oh, good heavens, that's an awfully close dragon. We're running low on disk space again, just so you know. So here's a story about my computer, right? Here's a tangent we're going to go on. So, when I got the computer from Dell, don't get anything from Dell, by the way, I got a 1 terabyte internal hard drive, and then, with like an SSD partition and all that business, but like, got that. A week after I got the computer, hard drive was faulty. Had to get a man out to replace it, because of course it was still under warranty from a week after ordering it, or a week from it arriving. And then man replaces the hard drive within. Now, what I did not notice until the day after the man had gone away was that he had replaced my 1 terabyte internal hard drive with an SSD partition with a 250 gigabyte hard drive. So I had to go and buy a terabyte external hard drive from the Target nearby. And that's just what we've got right now, because I'm too cheap to go and buy an actual fucking decent internal hard drive. It's just too much effort, frankly. So the moral of the story is don't order anything from Dell. because it'll turn up, be faulty, and then when they replace it, they'll replace it with inferior components. Such is life. So, anyway, we're playing Overwatch right now. What was going on? I was busy thinking about how annoyed I was. That's just how most of my day goes, honestly, though. I spring out of bed, well, I lumber out of bed every day, like, what can I be outraged about today? And then I go on the internet, and I can always find something. So we do try and pin the Reinhardt. Unfortunately, we have to go a really long way, so it just gives him ample time to react, and now we're being bullied in the mansion, which... When's the last time you ever saw a fight break out in the fucking mansion on this map, am I right? So, you know, now that I think about it, like, if you were to put a deathmatch area on one of these maps, this outside area would be pretty good for a deathmatch area on, or like this first checkpoint in general. Anyway, so we've managed to chase down Roadhog. It took us a while to get him, but we got him in the end, and he's given us a lot of ult charge. Good old Roadhog, the classic ult battery hero. I don't know why Pharah's using her ultimate. There can't be many people left alive at this point. Here's Doomfist, still very inconvenient. Missed the charge on both people. Sad. Aim your body better. We still won in the end because they were unlikely to fend off 6 people with 2 people. Doomfist just makes life so very difficult when you play Reinhardt. I hate playing against a Doomfist. Doomfist also just happens to be good against most every hero I play, so it's very upsetting. So Doomfist, we can see on the Infra side, is trying to get up to no good. We do know he's damaged as we were coming around this corner, because he's getting rockets thrown at him. Just fire strike through the doorway as we're coming around, because he's going to go through the health kit, and seeing as he just got smacked with a rocket, he might die from the fire strike. And we can see him, because we got the Infra sight going. Instead, we elect to try and pin him, which is, as previously established, quite hard to do to a Doomfist anyway. And just the fire strike might have been enough to kill him already. So we're just sort of running right the fuck up to Reinhardt. This does sort of give away that you have Earthshatter, even if the intention isn't to Earthshatter from this position. As soon as I see another Reinhardt just start running up to me, or just running forward in general with his shield down, I'm like, he's got Earthshatter. He wants to use that, so it sort of telegraphs that you have it, even if the intention wasn't just to try and, like, run past him and use it. It gives away the fact you've probably got it. Could he have inferred that we've got it anyway? Yes, but there's no need to give him more information to work with. So, Mercy's just res somebody. I would have considered Earth-Shattering right here, honestly. The fear would be that Reinhardt would block it. But I would be quite surprised if he put it back up, considering how close it was to breaking, and he knows he's not in front of many people right now. So I would have probably just gone for the Earth Shatter right there, to try and get Reinhardt and Mercy, and stop Mercy rezzing somebody, because we're already in a good position. Mercy's also rezzing Zenyatta, who is kind of a big deal, because Transcendence is very scary when you start gaining any kind of momentum. Transcendence can very swiftly put a stop to that. Could have also tried to pin the Mercy, couldn't we? Yep, could have just tried to pin her right there. She's relatively locked into place right now. Even if she gets the res off, you'll probably still hit her, and you can pin her against that little bit of wall behind her without going off the edge. So I would have gone more in on that. Then we're not thinking about the enemy Reinhardt's Earth Shatter, and we promptly get Earth Shattered right back. That would also be the other reason to Earth Shatter, is if you get both of them, he can't Earth Shatter right back again if he's got it, which he probably does, because we haven't seen him use it, and there's been a lot of fighting. We're also 3 minutes in. I'm pretty sure he could have charged it up just ambiently by now. Anyway, so Hanzo's just killed basically our entire team, so we're going to be waiting a little while for our team to not be dead anymore. Thanks for staggering yourself, Bridget. Don't keep walking. Oh, Roadhog's right there. Oh, look. Pharah was still trying to walk forward, but she didn't get killed. Good job, Pharah. So Roadhog's badly out of position, and he's dead now, thank goodness. And an ambitious Earth Shatter, to be sure. I wouldn't do it, because it's not looking like it's gonna be, like, even best case scenario, it's like you hit one person with this. Because we're so close to the end, we're so close to a corner, that they don't exactly have to move very far to get out of the way of this Earth Shatter. Earth Shatter is also generally iffy around corners, because I'm like 100% confident if we were aimed just like a pixel or two more to the left, this wall would have completely blocked the Earth Shatter. Because there's this kind of weird thing where it seems to, like, Earth Shatter's fucked up, is the moral of the story. I'm sure you've seen the Earth Shatter or the Reinhardt compilations by this point. But even in the best case scenario, it's only looking like that's going to hit one person, which is not great when it's only one of the DPS. If you're gonna Earth Shatter like their Zenyatta or their Mercy, then fair enough. But just like one of the DPS, the guy we kill gets rezzed again immediately afterwards, so it doesn't end up being super impactful. Zenyatta's using Transcendence, which basically means we won't be having any fun for the near future. When the Zenyatta's using Transcendence, honestly, just, like, hold your shield up. Because, like, there's not really much you can do as Reinhardt by that point. You can go in and start swinging, but, like, you're not doing any damage. Yeah, you're getting some ult charge off of it, but just, like, Fire Strike and try to pin someone if you can. But otherwise, just, like, hold your shield up. Because there's not a lot you're getting done while Transcendence is going on, honestly. You're mostly just waiting for it to end so that you can actually start doing stuff again. You might be able to build up, like, a second Earth Shatter in the fight if you keep swinging into it, but honestly, it's kind of not worth the risk of getting killed, because when they've got Transcendence going, they're gonna go real fucking hard on you, because they know it's hard for them to die at that point. Just take the death. Just take it like a man, because they're gonna run you down. Hanzo knows you got 45 health. He ain't gonna stop. Just, like, let it happen sooner, because we just end up dragging the death out for an extra, like, 10 seconds. Just take it. Stop trickling. Yeah, you know, such is life. Many a game I've played Reinhardt and I've just stood around the corner, hoping that one day I'll be able to play the game again because my team won't just keep frog marching one by one into their death. Don't worry about it. So, as we can see, this has gone super well. We did block the epicenter. Slide away. Oh, here comes the dragon. Oh, very scary. Now we will wait for our team to be alive again. Such is life as Reinhardt. Not a lot you can do. Slowly make our way forward again. They're slowly pushing out further. Use some fire strikes on the way. It's been on off cooldown for a while, and we've been really close to having Earth Shatter. Given how far up they are, you'd want to have Earth Shatter in anticipation of arriving, because you might catch them on the retreat. And here, don't Earth Shatter. I mean, don't do that either, but don't Fire Strike, because already really low health. Suddenly start using the Fire Strike animation, can't put the shield up again, enemy team just kind of standing in front of us. Oh, look at that, we dead. Damn. He's like, oh, that went better than expected. So we've got Earth Shatter built up again. That's cool. We're having a lot of trouble getting to the door at this point, but, you know, if we get there, that'll be sick. Managed to beat him to death. Hanzo did pop up around the other side of the truck. Go back a little bit further. It's because there's somebody talking in this earbud, so every now and then I can just hear them slightly out of earshot, and I'm like, who the fuck is talking to me? I got distracted. Yeah. That's how I am. So we see Hanzo come around the other side of the truck. Why am I pointing like a fucking dumbass? We can see Hanzo coming around this side of the truck. Also, we can see Zenyatta's lining up his volley shot as well. So I know we want to get in on this swinging action right here, but we actually need to be blocking this direction right now, because we got Hanzo, very scary in general, and Zenyatta's looking to try and get a cheeky kill on somebody with his volley. So we actually need to be blocking over that direction right now, not swinging into the Doomfist. Because, I mean, I know we want to swing into the Doomfist because we want to make sure he dies. We also want to make sure our own team doesn't die. That's sort of our priority as Reinhardt, is trying to keep our teammates alive, rather than trying to kill people. We're low on disk space again, just so everybody's up to date. So, their Reinhardt's dead. Mercy's gone for a res, was not exactly recommended. Unfortunately, though, Roadhog is right there. And we got shot by Hanzo as well. Feels bad, man. We could have put the shield up to try and block Roadhog right after we kill the Mercy, but, like, realistically, we still die in that position, because he's not going to stop trying to kill us, is he, suddenly? So we still have Earth Shatter built up, that's cool. We haven't really had a great opportunity to use it yet, though. We're still not losing the fight inside, which is miraculous. However, it's about to start turning into losing the fight. We can hear Doomfist charging up. Doomfist killed somebody. It's over. 4 people on our team are dead. We gotta wait for them to regroup again. We've been pushed in front of the enemy team by Doomfist, and now we're dead. Hooray! Could have retreated sooner. Or, faster, seeing as most of our team was dead already. Or, dead and regrouping. And then, you know, the rest of our team went and died as well. So we still have this Earth Shatter. Unfortunately, we're having trouble finding a time to use it. There legitimately hasn't been, like, a time to use it in the last, like, 2.5 minutes at this point. So life is difficult. Could have tried to pin the boy right here. Because we've got an angle here. We can, if we, because he, we know where he's going to go. He's going to go back that way. If we turn very slightly, we can squeeze past these pipes and try to pin him as he's retreating backwards. And we will not go very far away from our team to do so, because we will pin him against this wall. I mean, best case scenario, we pin him against that wall. If he countercharges us, we're not very close to their team still. We're still close to our team. It's unlikely we'll die if we bonk off him. And if we do pin him against that wall, he's dead, and we can just kind of try and push through the doorway. Or ideally be dead, as we can see. We know in hindsight that Zenyatta would have used Transcendence. But we could have tried for a pin on him right there. Wouldn't have gone very far. He would have had minimal time to react to it as well. And the risk was quite low as for actually dying. So they're pushing real far up at this point. We've basically got to start moving forward basically now. Like, we probably should have already started going forward, because we have to cover quite a bit of distance to get to the objective. Can't stop, just gotta charge to get back quicker. Like, we're not gonna make it there in time. We need to start moving faster, honestly. But let's be real, we weren't gonna make it there alive, were we? And even if we did, we weren't gonna be capturing the checkpoint. Like, I'm not saying our team was fantastic, but if you're playing Reinhardt and you say that, you do just immediately open yourself up to the counter-argument of, well, maybe if you played like a tank instead of a DPS, you wouldn't have all the golds. Even if that's not, like, even if you were trying to play like a tank, and you ended up with them, that's just what they're gonna say as a response, because it's what I say as a response every time. So, the things that stood out the most, mostly on the defending round, we did a lot of overextending and putting ourselves out of position. We didn't get punished for any of them, but we did do a lot of it, so that's, you know, right, it's very easy to throw as Reinhardt, particularly through use of the shift key. I would know, it's my favorite key on the entire keyboard, and there's a lot of keys on the keyboard, I don't know if you've noticed. Shift key is absolutely my favorite one. Followed by jump. So, anyway. Overextend less. Also, our Earth Shatters weren't very good. Not that we had very many opportunities for an Earth Shatter, but the one Earth Shatter through the doorway was the not very good one. It was unlikely to work at all, and best case was like one person, which we got, to be fair, but it wasn't very good. It didn't convert into anything because it was only one DPS who immediately got Resdian afterwards, so that's what stood out the most. So thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. And I hope you found the video helpful. Oh god, what did I do? Oh, it's okay, it's all still working.